Hey guys, Sean McHalo Bro here. So 343 just dropped Halo Infinite's Season 1 Outcomes Report blog. This blog post is incredibly detailed. It has a ton of information. It actually comes in just under 7,000 words. It is quite literally impossible for any one person on Earth to read this entire thing and then somehow communicate everything to you. Especially because a lot of this stuff, like, you don't really need to know about it. They said here that the purpose of this is that it's meant to highlight key community themes and the Halo Infinite team's responses to them. But then, bro, look at this. They said key community themes, right? Look at one of these apparently key pieces of feedback. Players report the overshield is not apparent when in combat against enemies. Bro, what? You guys know I'm on top of everything Halo Infinite. This is the first time I've ever seen this piece of feedback ever. I don't know about you, but it seems very obvious when an enemy has overshield. So honestly, a lot of things in this blog post, at least to me, they're like, what? Like, basically like inconsequential things. And then what adds to the confusion to this is that mixed in here is stuff that's definitely coming in Season 2, stuff that is literally never coming, stuff they're starting to work on, stuff they may work on. Like, it's just like a mix of way too many things. So all I can do for you guys is I'm going to focus on the stuff that they're saying is definitely coming in Season 2, okay? And then I'm going to focus on the stuff that I think is the most important stuff, the stuff that we've talked about a lot. You know, the stuff that I know you guys want to hear about the most, like, you know, feedback. When are we getting more arena maps and modes, all right? That's the stuff I'm going to focus on. Also important to note before we start, they're going to have another outcomes blog that's going to focus on customization, shot, battle pass, progression. So this entire blog post doesn't even cover everything they're going to, you know, be improving about the game. And so because this isn't even the full picture, and this is just like truly just like a maze of just like confusing and, you know, redundant stuff, good stuff. It's just so packed with stuff. And like I said, it's like a maze that I gotta be honest, I can't really tell you if this is good or not. And again, it's because this is just half the story, right? Like, this is just half the stuff they say they hear, the feedback that they're taking into account. Some of it they're acting on, some of they're not. And so I can't tell you for sure yet if, you know, when you combine all this stuff and you go through all this stuff, is this really, you know, the game actually being fixed in front of us? Or is this just a bunch of like fluff? It's just too early to tell yet. I will say that I appreciate them putting this together for us. Like, that's, you know, obviously appreciated. It probably would help if they split it up a little bit. It's a little too much for one post. A lot of this stuff it's like it's such a maze of stuff. The entire Halo community is going to get lost in the maze, and a lot of this stuff is just going to go by the wayside. It'd almost be better to give it out a little more, you know, bit by bit. All right, let's go into what we're going to get in Season 2. So coming to Season 2, audio fixes to the Grunt birthday party sound and campaign. I put this one in yellow because I was like, nobody cares about that. All right, for Arena, just confirming stuff we already kind of knew. Catalyst is coming. They're modifying the motion tracker. King of the Hill will be added to multiple playlists, and so will Attrition. In Attrition, you'll be able to move right away after you spawn in. All right, next, big team battle. We got to keep it moving, bro. There's a lot to talk about. Breaker is coming. We knew that. Jeff Steitzer's voice is going to be added for player-earned medals in BTB. Cool. An issue with the weapon rack spawns have been addressed. Okay. Matchmaking. So I kind of figured this, but this is a good change. Your progression bar will update after each match. It's going to reflect the progress made from the recent match. I guess the way it is now, it just gives you your entire play session. So that does add to the confusion. You're like, am I going up or going down? And it just adds to the confusion. Custom games and Forge. Some bugs are being fixed with custom games. Nothing about Forge. Nothing. Like, you see what I'm saying, man? This article is it's a little scuffed. Let's just be honest. Look at all the stuff coming in Season 2. Forge. There's nothing. Oh, wait. Well, I guess because Forge is not coming. Like, why even put it then? Why are you teasing us? I didn't even highlight this one. They're doing something with the personal AI and Spartan chatter. Who cares? PC's getting less crashes. Here's a good one. They're going to be fixing melee, so we shouldn't be phasing through our opponents. Okay, here's one people aren't going to like. They are actually nerfing the Mangler. With the Mangler, you got to hit someone twice now and then beat them down to get the kill. Also interesting, while they're nerfing the Mangler, they're going to buff the Ravager. So that should be cool. We're going to be able to somehow modify the opacity and thickness of the player outline system. Drop wall is going to get some kind of buff. We don't know what. Overshield's getting a buff. Chopper's getting a buff. Banshee's getting a buff. Warthog and Razorback should be more resistant to flipping and bouncing. All right, so that's Season 2. That's everything coming. I mean, honestly, now that I'm recording this, Yeah, nah, man, this is not a lot of stuff. Let's just be honest. It's just 2 maps, and some nice changes, but nothing crazy, It's not gonna, change into a whole new game. All right, so let's go to the feedback section of this. Again, I'm focusing on the big stuff, all right? I have to. I can't go through all this. It's just like, it's too much. All right, so 343, here's our feedback and our desire for more maps and modes. What do they say? We, like all of you, want more maps and modes to play and have a list of them we are working on for future releases. So honestly, man, like this is really like a lot of this entire thing. Like, yep, more maps are coming, but no further details at all. So, I'm just reacting live to this while I'm recording. It's just like, nice, man. We waited what, like 4, almost 5 months for them to finally acknowledge that we want more maps and modes, and they're like, yes, more maps and modes coming. No information on how many more maps after season 2. How many are you working on? Just nothing. All right, next big thing. Big team battle, we want more maps and modes. I'll give you one guess what they say in here. They got some great maps coming, and they're excited about putting them out in the future. Now, I put this one in green. This is cool. They gave us a little bit of a description of Breaker, the new big team battle map we're going to get. It's going to feature a giant moving laser that cuts across the center of the map and destroys anything that gets caught in its beam. It's a tighter and faster playing map that feels different than anything we currently have in Infinite. Matchmaking, honestly, like they talk about ranked, but they even like link us back to the, the ranked article they put out. It really is just, they're just repeating a lot of the stuff that was from in there. And just more promises. Yes, we'll do a champion rank. We'll add in a future season down the road. Here's a big one. Regional server selection for people, in places such as Australia. And basically said, they're considering a server selection, further down the road. Further down the road. Here's a big one, custom games and Forge. So I put this one in red. They have identified the feedback. Desire for more adjustable game mode options and custom games. How about working custom games should be the feedback. Working custom games and options like all the other Halo games. And they go 100%. Our plan is to continue expanding custom options over time. Great, so just nothing. That's why it's in red. One of the biggest things, just nothing. All right, here's one. Desire for custom games browser. I put this one in green because, yay, they're going to do custom games browser. I mean, honestly, almost could put it in red because should have been in there day one. And they are happy to say that they are in the early stages of production for a custom games browser. Telling you right now, that's not coming out this year whatsoever. Matter of fact, bro, just switch this one. Switch this one to the proper color. Oh, it mixes the colors. All right, here's another one. Desire for Forge to arrive as soon as possible. It breaks our heart that we're not going to have Forge, but it's going to be amazing. That's it. No info on it. Nothing at all. And bros, and this is where we come to the end of my patience for this blog post. And I'm going to tell you why, all right? I'm going to tell you why I'm not bothering going over the rest of it, all right? On all the big stuff, there's just nothing in here, right? There's just nothing here on the big stuff. Forge, custom games browser, more maps, fix custom games, right? Like the big stuff we want fixed, the answers are all very vague. Honestly, these answers are so annoying that it would have been better for this to just say, we hear that you want more custom games options. We hear that you want a custom games browser. Just list out all the feedback. You know what I mean? Like this honestly should have been done, months ago. But the problem with going through this entire thing, my honest reaction to it just makes me feel like this really is like a beta game, Never in my life with a video game have I ever like gone through an article like this. You know what I'm saying? Never in my life have I gone through an article like this and sat here and go, oh, they're going to fix this little thing and this little thing. Bro, I just want to play the game. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm doing work right now going through this because it's like I am doing work going through this. Like, this is like, I feel like I'm participating in the development. So it's like I'm conflicted. And that's why I said in the start, I can't tell if this is good or not. It's like part of me feels like now I'm like part of the development in some way. And I'm seeing everything that's going on, right? All the stuff they're working on. It's like, that's good. But then on the other hand, I'm like, I don't want to develop the game. I'm a customer, Like I just want to play a game. I'm a content creator. I just want to take the game and play it, make some content on it, right? Like I don't want to develop the game. If I wanted to develop games, I'd become a game developer. So it's like, again, I think it's good they're showing us all this stuff, but I can't shake that feeling, and the truth of it is just, I'm just a customer, right? Like What is all this? Like, look at some of this stuff, man. Due to lack of in-game messaging, players didn't know why they were banned or for how long, causing frustration. We will continue to expand upon... Bro, I cannot be bothered with this. Sorry. This is why I just went over the stuff that's coming in Season 2, because really all we care about is the results. And then when you try to actually read on the stuff, you know, that we really want to get, it's just like, oh yeah, it's coming. It's coming. Oh, yep, 100%. We're going to fix those custom games. Sure. So why bother to read the rest? I'm telling you, I have read the rest. The rest is all the same thing. So I'm sorry if you were looking for some super in-depth breakdown. Maybe somebody else would do it. I'd love to see how anybody could possibly break this down in anything less than an hour. But anyways, if you watched this far, please subscribe. I will say, like, you know, I'm looking forward to checking out these Season 2 changes. I am. And I'm definitely looking for more details on them. And hopefully the next blog post will have a little more meat on it. You know, the stuff that we love to talk about, like the shop and the customization. Again, subscribe if you watch this far. And hey, that's all I got for now. So I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.